It's a Tuesday evening and I'm in my room in Devon. It's time to record my second Flosstube video. I've tried to record this several times, but I've had so many problems with computers and projects and having a messy room, which is a big deal. Let's get started. I have a number of finished objects to show you. I don't actually have 3 of these here because they were given as Christmas presents. I do have one, which you saw last time, and I've framed it. So the Dragonfly is done! I'm really pleased with how it came out. It's a 20cm by 20cm box frame and I bought it at Hobbycraft. And then I framed the cross stitch onto the, I think it's 5mm thick mount board, and I did it using lacing. It took me several hours to do. I'm not 100% happy with it. The mount board was slightly too small. Although all the stitching shows, it doesn't quite fit into the frame as perfectly as I would have liked it to. But for a first try, I'm really pleased with it, and it hangs on my bedroom wall and I'm really thrilled. The other 3 that I did, as I say, they were all Christmas presents. So the first one was a Christmas card with Tatty Teddy, and it was a word joy, and the O in the card was an aperture and it had Tatty Teddy's head in it. It was a nice easy project and really quick. It was a free kit with one of the World of Cross Stitching magazines that I got from last year. I also, from the same magazine, did Christmas ornaments. So my boyfriend's sisters each had a baby last year and they were each the first baby of that family. I did little ornaments that said baby's first Christmas. I sewed them into little pouches using some leftover curtain fabric from my boyfriend's mum's lounge and stuffed it with ords. The babies really liked it. One of them was only 3 months old, so she didn't really notice, but the 8-month-old loved chewing on it. I made sure that it was all washable. That went down really well and the parents were really thrilled and I was really thrilled, and it was just really, aww, warms the cockles of your heart. The third thing that I can't show you is I bought a dressing gown for my boyfriend for Christmas, and then I cross-stitched a little heart onto the pocket so that he can always remember that he has my heart in his pocket. Aww. I have loads of whips to show you as well. I moved all of my stuff from London to Devon at the beginning of January. It's now the end of January, and found quite a lot of cross-stitch pieces that I hadn't remembered I was even working on. One of them was a really big deal. I've been working on this for absolutely years, and it was supposed to be my brother's Christmas present in 2012. So 3 and a bit years ago now. Where's it gone? This is Dimensions, the gold collection, and it's one of their leopards. We went on holiday to Zambia for Christmas one year, and my brother took a really good photo of a leopard that actually won a competition, and he got a really good pair of binoculars for that photo. When I saw this cross-stitch kit, I thought it was perfect because it was a really good reminder of that holiday, so I bought the kit and I've been working on it ever since. You're going to be absolutely shocked at how little progress there is. It's on 16 count Aida fabric, and as much as I love the project, it's really hard work. I think that having discovered my system now, which I talked about in the last video, I will probably be able to work on it a lot faster than I had been, but it's the kind of project where I would get really obsessed with it for like a day, and then I would stitch so much and my eyes would go funny, and then I'd look at it and I'd be like, oh, I haven't made that much progress. So it was really disheartening, and I packed it away when we moved house 2.5 years ago now, and there it has sat. So my goal for this year is to finish it for either my brother's Christmas present for Christmas 2016 or his birthday, which is in September 2016. So I've got slightly less time and we'll just see how I go with that. The frame that I'm using is one of those like interlocking, you create a box the size of your picture things, and I really don't like it. What I really need is a scroll frame. The fabric doesn't stay taut enough, and I've got funny marks and lumps and bumps on it. Luckily my brother is really appreciative, and if I decided I was going to do it again and then tried to give it to him and I was like, this is the second go, he would be horrified. So he won't mind at all that there's going to be a few imperfections caused by the frame on it. So I've decided to just forge ahead and save up for a scroll frame. I just can't afford one at the moment, so that's the next big thing on the cross-stitch wish list. Another whip that I found is a bookmark. I went to Australia and New Zealand in July last year and I bought some cross stitches to commemorate that trip. This is a koala bookmark. So as you can see, the cross stitch is all finished and I am so close to finishing this project. That is all I have to do. I just have to sew up there and then finish off the edges and it will be done. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet. It's just one of those things that you put it down when you're kind of 9/10 of the way through and then don't pick it up again. So I will finish this and this will be a finished object in the next video. I guarantee it. I also found two little kits that I've stitched up ages ago. So this one's a little cat and it says can't resist and it's got yarn. Love cats, love yarn, love cross stitch, this was perfect. And then this is a little bunny. I used to have a bunny, his name was Archie and he was lovely. And it's those tiny little sample kits, they take like 2 hours to stitch. What I'm thinking I might do is stitch them all up and then one day sew them all into a quilt or something, I haven't quite decided. But these are not finished pieces, they're just like the stitching is finished, but I don't count them as finished because they're just sort of floating around randomly. You've seen the next one. So this is the sheep. I will insert a photo of my progress from last time here. And this is him now. So again, I'm so close to finishing this one. I've finished all the stitching on the sheep and I just have to do the border now and write sheep. And there's a tiny bit of backstitch, but it's basically nothing. So that will be really quick. This is my project that is sitting in my handbag for when I have a spare 5-10 minutes. I don't know when he'll be finished, but I'm enjoying him. This is my moon and bunny sampler kit, and here's a photo of what it looked like the last time you saw it. And this is it now. I've done quite a lot. I've finished all the cross stitches on a quarter of it now. My goal was to get to there by the end of January, so I've done really well on that. My deadline for this is the end of April, which is Oliver's first birthday, and I will have to send it to New Zealand by then. And I haven't decided if I'm going to frame it and send it or not. It feels very dangerous to do that because obviously it has to go by international mail, but I also feel awkward about giving it to them and it's not framed. So I need to figure that one out. I do have a cousin who lives in Auckland who might receive this finished but unframed cross-stitch piece and instructions on where to go to get it done. That is it for all of my whips. I do have a stashquisition as well. I cross-stitched a wedding sampler for some friends who got married last year. In fact, that's why I went to New Zealand. And unfortunately the piece got lost. So I am going to do it again. It's a DMC pattern and it's two sheep sitting back to back holding hands with a heart around them, and I modified it slightly to put in the names and the date. I never took a photo of the finished piece, which is how we realised that it was missing, because I was trying to find it to take a photo of it and I couldn't find it, so suddenly it was like, oh right, okay. I've reordered the floss for all of that and that's recently arrived, so I can get started on that. I've been really restrained since I last filmed. I haven't bought any magazines, I haven't bought any books, I've bought no fabric. The only floss that I've bought is for that project, and this is like a major victory to me. Moving house really makes you realise how much stuff you actually have, so I'm trying really hard not to just buy loads. So I have two more things that I really wanted to show you, and the first one is my first ever piece of cross stitch. I did this when I think I was 13 or 14. My mum came home one day and she presented it to me and I was like, look here, and I was like, oh, what's this? I've never seen this before. I think it's called Newton's Law, and it's a little teddy saying what's it all about. I've lost the chart and I'm gutted because I really want to stitch this again. Looking at it, there are quite a lot of imperfections. I will never get rid of this because it was my first ever cross stitch piece. I would also quite like to have it in a less stained, less grubby, more complete form than it currently is, because I really love this picture. I have scoured eBay. I've been looking for it for years, about 3 or 4 years I've been trying to find this pattern, well, the chart, and I just can't find it anywhere. And it's just going to be Newton's law that I will eventually find it online, buy it, and then the next day I'll unpack a box and there the chart will be. The last thing to show you is another Australia throwback. So I was really cross-stitch mad when we were in Australia, and John is my boyfriend, he bought me a kit, and it was 2 lorikeets, 2 baby lorikeets, and I stitched it on the flight back. So this took 24 hours to complete, which I thought was amazing. It's on 18 count Ada. That's it. The words "I come from a land down under" is from that song. I don't know who sings it, but it's the one that goes, "I come from a land down under." It was the anthem to our trip. There were 16 of us who made the trip out to Australia for our friend's wedding, and we were all singing that song all the time. I still get it stuck in my head, so this is a really good memento of that trip. And it's hanging with my Dragonfly and with some dinosaurs that I designed. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to see any comments. I reply to all comments, and if you fancy giving it a like, please do so. And subscribe if you want to see more Flosstube videos and more of farm life, and I'll probably be doing a lot more knitting and spinning videos as well. So many big plans, so little time. I hope you have a wonderful day, night. Happy stitching. Bye!
Hi guys! Hiya! 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 Are you drinking John's beer? Hi buddies! Hi! Hi! You're adorable.